I'm Robert Kunz. I'm the VP of Science for First Endurance. I'm here with Heather Gollnick, 5-time Ironman Champion. We're here at the Disney 70.3, Florida 70.3. Race day is tomorrow on a hot weekend, and we're going to talk to Heather a little bit about her race plans for tomorrow and about her nutrition a little bit. So tell me, tomorrow, is it an A race for you, or are you really gunning for the race tomorrow?
No, it's actually a C race.
C race, okay.
But I live about 2 hours from here, and it's always so exciting because the kids want to come to this race. So we kind of made a family vacation out of it. We've been doing the parks and running around, swimming, and typically on an A race you try to stay out of the sun and off your feet. So I really am excited just to see where I am after doing Ironman Arizona. A hard race effort such as a half usually lets me tell if I'm recovered.
Okay, so going into this race, is it safe to assume that you had a hard training week this week too? You're not taking any rest whatsoever? You're just going in and getting an extra hard day in?
I had a pretty hard Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday was spherical legs.
Right, now this is your home territory. You're used to the heat and the humidity. Will you change anything because of the heat and humidity down here, or what do you focus on?
No, you really just want to focus on making sure you're getting your calories in it, like you're getting your electrolytes. My EFS drink does that for me. And I really try to stick with the plan, whether it's going to be hot or not, just because I know that what I'm taking in is fueling my body for the run.
Great. Now let's talk about tomorrow, race day, and get an idea what you do pre-race, during the race, and post-race nutritionally. So the race starts at 6:20 in the morning. So what time will you wake up, and what will you focus on breakfast?
I'll wake up probably about 3:30.
3:30, okay.
And I'm praying that I can find somebody to bring me over the race side so I don't have to drag the whole family. I would want to leave about 4 to get here in time. I usually eat gluten-free foods, so I'll have gluten-free bread in the morning with some almond butter and a banana, and usually half a EFS bar about 45 minutes to an hour before the start of the race.
Okay.
Usually some drink as well.
Great. So gluten, generally people that have a problem with gluten have celiac disease, so they can't process gluten. Our EFS bars are great because they are gluten-free. Now, do you have celiac disease, or
I do not have celiac disease, but I have noticed when I eat a lot of wheat or wheat products that I do need to use the restroom while racing or running just daily. Staying away from that is really healthy, so that's why the bars are awesome tasting, and because they're good, I can eat them. So not only for racing, but as a snack.
So, and now, in addition to your racing, you do the Iron Edge camps, where you coach a lot of athletes there. Is that something you recommend to athletes that maybe haven't thought about going gluten-free prior to a race, or maybe gluten-free all the time, or is that just something personal for you?
And I think a lot of athletes don't realize what's doing it, and it's experimenting with the bars, with the gels, with what they're using, because nutrition is such a key component to racing, and a lot of people don't focus as much on their nutrition or their mental training as they do on their just physical training. And it is such an important part that looking at the diet and being able to understand what's maybe causing some GI distress and what they can eliminate to help eliminate that distress.
Oh, great. All right, so you do your gluten-free diet, gluten-free bread in the morning, EFS bars. The race starts. What do you focus on nutritionally once you get on the bike and run?
Usually I'll carry about 3 bottles with me. Sometimes a little bit more. Sometimes I'll carry powder with me to add to the water that they give us. And then I also use some goos until you guys come out with your new one.
Well, you got the prototype. You got the prototype. We're testing some new products here. We have a liquid shot that we're prototyping with Heather.
Yep. And they're coming along. Every time you send them, they get better and better. So we're looking forward to being able to, race with them, knowing that they're in their final stages.
Right. Okay. So you take some goos with you. You have your 3 bottles of drink, and you'll finish all that throughout the bike.
Yes.
Okay.
And on longer races, I would pack powder with me because I don't like to carry that many bottles. This being a half, you don't have to have quite the calories that you do for an Ironman.
Okay. So now you get off the bike and you get into the run. You feel you can consume as many calories per hour on the run as you would on the bike, or do you tone it down a little bit and have more water?
I typically will use more calories on the bike, making some of those bottles double strength, triple strength, and diluting it with water, and then getting most of my calories in on the bike, and then maybe 400 on the run.
Great. Now let's talk about EFS. You've been using that for a while. We're coming out with some new flavors. We have the fruit punch and the grape. How do those stack up to the other flavors, the lemon lime and the tangerine? Which do you like?
Well, you know, I don't know if they say old habits die hard, but I really love the lemon lime. And I have used the grape. I'm not a grape fan, but I do like the fruit punch. And I think having just a variety would be good.
You like the variety,
yes.
So you can mix it up left and right a little bit. Now the liquid shots, will you try any of those in a race like tomorrow, or are you going to leave those behind and start doing them in a race a little bit?
I will start doing them more in my hard training at home before trying them in a race.
Okay. Great. After the race tomorrow, what's next on the schedule? Do you know? A lot of times you're not sure what's going to happen.
A lot of times I'll use a race like tomorrow, a C race, to see how recovered I am. And I am a fan of racing. I love to race. And if I feel good, I will likely jump into another Ironman very soon.
Which would be what? Do you know?
Secrets.
Secrets. Okay.
It will likely be Ironman Quarterly.
That's coming up soon.
Coming up soon.
Wow, great.
So it's one of those things that I want to really make sure that I feel recovered from Arizona and I feel ready to do it.
What will determine tomorrow's race? What will determine if you're recovered or not? Is it strictly by feel? Is it a time you're trying to hit?
It's strictly by feel. I can usually feel if there's that deep fatigue still. I don't like to base it on my time because it could be a really, really busy day, and my time might be slower than in previous years. And to base it on your competition is also not how I like to set goals. I like to set personal goals. Of course, yeah, you want to see how you stack up to your competition, but they could have tapered for 2 weeks for this race.
Sure.
So really comparing yourself to them isn't the best way to do it.
Okay. Great. Again, Heather, 5-time Ironman National Champion. She's a great supporter of First Endurance in our brand, helped us develop the new products, and we hope and wish you good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Heather.